Yeah.
But what advice would you personally give to someone who feels stuck in their career, but they don't really know how to move forward or what to do?
Take a step back, give yourself some grace for any self-flagellation feelings that you might be having because you're there. Forgive anybody that you might be trying to blame for where you're at. So clear out all your emotional baggage. Go for a run, do whatever you do in order to clear out your emotional baggage. Write it in a journal, write it on a piece of paper and crumple it, whatever it is. And then take a step back and be an observer and say, what have I learned in this job? What did I come into this job to learn? Why do I think it's a stinker of a job? But why is it also a good job? And this isn't, you didn't necessarily say, I think it's a good or a bad job, but take that step back to say, where was I going in the beginning? Why did I take this? And what am I trying to do? So what kind of impact am I trying to have? What kind of skills do I like to have? What have I learned so far about what I thought I would like versus what it turns out I like? Put That's all kind of looking at it through a different lens than maybe you're used to looking. And then I would go and do some informational interviews and go talk to people. If you're thinking, I'm stuck, I don't know what's next, make a list of 10 possibilities that you think might be next. Go on LinkedIn and say, hey, are you open to having a conversation about what your day looks like every day and what it took for you to get there? People are open to conversations. They
They
like
really
connecting.
want to
They
have
like
conversations.
helping people. Yes. Especially when it's someone who says, hey, I feel stuck in my job. I'm looking for some advice. You've had this job at this company that I'm thinking might be the right direction. Can I talk to you? They're totally up to it. People are, lonely. Unfortunately, there is a loneliness epidemic going on in the world. So
Take just the
those
first.
those would be the first steps, I think. And I think when you use that word stuck, right? Like that's a particular emotional state. You can really start to get down on yourself and you can really start to look outside of yourself for causes. And so I think doing this brings the power back into you and starts to give you hope. And I think you would hear from people like, oh, I was stuck too. Here's what I did. Here's what helped, So at least in your current position, you don't let that stuck feeling erode your own performance in your current job.